Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Daf, share sponsor Lo Nishma Sam B'Yakashom Leah Basitzchok. We're holding Metzia Daf Dalet. In this Daf, the Gemara addresses two members of Abchia. Both members of Abchia are referring to a person who's Modeh b'miktzas, or the dinim that have Modeh b'miktzas. The first member is what we started learning in the previous Daf, going into this Daf. Reuven comes to Shimon and says, "You owe me 100." Shimon denies everything, and Eidim come and say, "No, he owes 50." The second member of Abchia is when Reuven comes to Shimon and says, "You owe me 100." Shimon says, "I admit 50, ve'elach, here it is." In both cases, Abchia says that has a din of Modeh b'miktzas. So even though in the first case he was not Modeh at all, Eidim were Modeh for him, that's considered to be as if he was Modeh. And in the second case, even though he's giving the moment to the lender, it's still considered to be that he's admitting half. There's a way to understand these Gemaras, al-pi Pnimiyus. And this is something to put together. Rabbi Yitzchak Safrin, the Kamarne Rebbe, and his Sefer Oitzer Chaim. And he goes by Richas Gdoilo. We're just going to mention a few points of what he says. He says in general, when you have a Toyin V'nitan, you have a lender and a borrower, someone who's coming and demanding money from somebody else. That is a comparison to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Adam Yisrael. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kivyochel comes and demands from an Adam who's not a tzaddik gomer. He comes and says, "You owe me. Well, I put you in this world to do a job, to do a avodah. Where's my avodah? Where is what you owe HaKadosh Baruch Hu?" Says the Kamarne Rebbe, if he's koifer hakoyul, if he completely outright denies everything, that person doesn't belong anymore to the Kedusha of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's kicked out. That's what it means, Pater Mishvur. Meaning HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not expecting anything from him. He's out of the realm of the Am Yisrael that comes and has demands to come and do the Ratzon Hashem. But as we're going to learn in the next daf, we know Rabbanon said you have to do Shvuas Heses. What the Shvuas Heses? The Shvuah de Rabbanon. When a person denies everything, Rabbanon gave him a Shvuah. Meaning Rabbanon gave him a way to connect back to Am Yisrael. Rabbanon are the ones that care about the Rishonim Gemurim, that completely say they don't owe anything to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Come to Rabbanon and say, come join back together. We'll put in you a shvuah that comes with the Rabbanon, Nami Deraisa, and bring you back into the fold. So that's someone who is completely koifer hakoil. But someone who's Modeh b'miktzas, meaning that's what most people are. Most people are, they're not tzaddikim gemurim. So they do the right things. There's some things they do. They say, yes, of course, I'm obligated to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm going to daven. I'm going to learn. But, the other things, without saying it b'peh, they're basically denying this. They say, okay, there's other parts that I'm doing for myself. A person does some averis. A person does some things that are not Hashem Shamayim. He says he's considered to be koifer b'miktzas. On some of the things, he's not admitting to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that he owes him. So then there's a din of a shvuah. What's the shvuah? The shvuah is to come and rectify the fact that he is some things that he's not connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'nikra b'alabais ela Elokim, because someone comes in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to shvuah means that he has to come and purify himself. And this is all what's going on in this world, where a person gets punishments, when a person has to have yisurim, when there's some things that happen to a person to get him close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So that's the idea of Modeh b'miktzas. Modeh b'miktzas is someone who's not a tzaddik gomer. He's still also HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You put him in a shvuah, you bring him back to the fold. As we explained in the previous daf. When he's in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when he's coming to din, so then he's going to come and be Modeh b'akol, he's going to be fully connected. Explains according to this, the Oitzer Chaim. So this is what it means, Halach. What does Halach really mean? That a person gave whatever he can. He did all his ishtadlis to get to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He says, whatever I have, I'm giving you. It's right here. It's not only a some obligation. It's giving it in moisa nafshe to Hashem. But still, he's not giving everything. There's still some time on him. There's some things that he did not correct. So here it's not so pashut that there is a shvuah on him, there's a tain on him. And there's the shita in the Gemara that says by Halach you don't do shvuah. Rabbi says you still do shvuah. That means he still has to rectify what's not perfect. And that's the concept of tzaddik v'raloi. Someone who's a tzaddik, he's moisa nefesh, he's Halach. He will take whatever I have to give you. But if you didn't give everything, there's still something that needs to purify. Tzaddik v'raloi. All this is brought down in Oitzar Chaim of the Kamarne Rebbe. And maybe one can add to this, that's also the first Rebbe. A person denies everything. That means he's not interested. But there's two Eidim that come and say, no, you still have to do something. Who are the two Eidim? The two Eidim are either some schusim that a person has, either mitzad atzmoy, or he has schus avos. There's some outside factor that pushes him. It says, you're thinking you're going to get out of it. You're not going to get out of it so easily. You think you're going to disconnect Chaz V'Shalom HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Adarabah, there's some schusim that are pulling you back. And they're saying you still are Chai B'Shvuah. You still need to come and face HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You still have the schus to be able to get back on Derech HaMelech. And as usual, it's kedai to see it inside in the source sheet which is attached to this shir.